And just as a side note, I will be intentional about ensuring diversity within these new material purchases. We want to develop global citizens, as is said in the school library mission statement. And to do that, we want our students to see the diverse models of culture, race, ethnicity, social class, gender, religion, sexual orientation, because we want them to develop their 21st century awareness. So in terms of funding, I want to split this up into two bulk purchases that are made at the beginning of each semester. Based on the amount of money it takes to fund the other areas of need that are presented here, that would leave us with $6,068 per semester, which equates to approximately $3,034 to be allotted to both nonfiction and fiction, which will be a little bit flexible, but that gives us a general idea of how much we want to spend towards purchasing books. All right, our next category is Chromebooks, and one Chromebook cart would cost approximately $1,300. We've spoken about this a few times over the course of the last year, but just to review, we have classes that are coming in for database training or for internet credibility training, and we don't have enough computers for all the students. You agree, I agree, it's just not right. And unfortunately, due to the way our library is set up, we do not have the electrical capability of housing any more desktop computers in that area. So we are left with one solution, and that is to purchase laptops. But we don't want just any laptops. We want Chromebooks because our district has invested so heavily in Chromebooks. The fact that 25% of our classrooms now have their own set of Chromebooks, we want to make sure that there's continuity across the campus and that we are giving the students the same technological resources so that when a student comes in and they're using a Chromebook, they've already had experience using it in another class, hopefully. Another discussion that we want to have at a later time, but just to briefly discuss it, laptops can be used by students during non-instructional hours as well. So before school, after school, during lunch, we can check it out for just that small time period. If you want, we can even have the discussion of checking out laptops to needy students for maybe longer amount of times where they actually take these Chromebooks home. Because according to the CDE's Ed Data Site, 62 of our students qualify for free or reduced lunch in the 2014-15 school year. And this shows that we do have a large population that may not be able to afford a personal computer with regular access to the internet. So maybe we want to have the discussion of the pros and cons of checking out the Chromebooks, where they can then take it to a place that has free Wi-Fi, like the public libraries or some of the restaurants that do offer it. All right, next up is the library website. Our library website has skyrocketed since it was first created. We have not had it for 2 whole years yet, since I have not been working for 2 whole years yet. We have had it for a total of 17 school months, and website traffic has definitely increased over time. So this website is being used as a valuable resource and tool for our stakeholders. It communicates information asynchronously and includes components for students and faculty to provide feedback, submit requests, and ask questions. I've even had parents email me questions through the library website, so it's a great tool. I'm going to go over quickly what we've been able to do with it so far. So we're able to link to our databases and our different resources such as Noodle Tools. We're able to link to our online catalog available through the public library, our school homepage. We show the Titan Media videos each week. We have a library Pinterest page, a library YouTube page. where we publish our student book reviews. And just as a quick side note, we have book reviews that are available in both Spanish and English. We have screencast tutorials that talk about how to use our resources. We have a library TA page. We have a link for the link crew. So that's the one where if they click on it, they're taken to the lesson that they were asked to teach for the library. We have a link to suggesting a book for the library themselves, as we've talked about before. That is a tool that the stakeholders definitely use. The problem is that since right now the website is completely free, we're not able to do everything that we can do with it. So there are lots of extra tools that are available once you do pay for the website. And in addition, students will have an easier time finding it because the URL gets shorter. Instead of being cohslibrary.weebly.com, the whole Weebly part would be removed from it, and it would just be cohslibrary.com. But in addition to that, we are not limited on the number of pages we can create. So right now we're dangerously close to our limit of 10 pages. And in order to circumvent that, we have had to create additional website pages and URL addresses for the different programs that we're doing. So for example, our Selfie with an Elfie program, where we post all the pictures of the different students and staff who have found the elf, has to be a completely other web page. So paying for it would give us an unlimited amount of pages. We can also embed videos directly onto the site. There are lots of great tools that are available once we pay for it. So if you look at the Weebly pricing, the Pro is all we would need, and that's $12 per month, which equates out to $144 per year. I'm thinking that the LCAP funding can pay for it this year, and then we can look at the traffic statistics for the site at the end of the school year, and at that point we can assess whether or not this should be a regular purchase. And that purchase can come from either the principal's budget or the library budget, but we can discuss it at that point. All right, lastly, I want to talk about the materials for programs and displays. And programs and displays, they both help create a communal culture. A culture that values kind social interactions, teamwork, bonding, a culture that celebrates achievement, raises morale, and just generally brings the school together. They also play a vital role in marketing the library's available resources and materials and making sure our stakeholders know everything that's available to them. These pictures are just a few of the examples of the displays and programs we've been able to do during the last school year. And I have to admit, you are always a strong promoter of our programs, and we really do appreciate that. So the library staff and I are requesting a $1,500 allotment of the library's LCAP funding to go towards supplies for these programs and displays. So that money would cover craft supplies, butcher paper, borders, printer ink, and paper of all different varieties and colors and thickness. Raffle prizes, as you can see in the bottom right hand corner, those were the raffle prizes for our blind date with a book reviews that were submitted back to us. And paint. We do have some of these materials already available to us, and that's why we think $1,500 would be enough to kind of just stock up our supplies a little bit more. But it's just a great way to spend our money to really help boost the morale and culture of our school and help bring our creative visions to life. So thank you for listening to the presentation. I am eager to hear your feedback now.